Now we got to talk about some Phillip Rivers heading into the weekend. I mean, biggest story in the NFL right now. Phillip Rivers, 44 years old, returning to the Indianapolis Colts to possibly suit up and start for a team that is fighting to be in the playoffs. An 8-5 team because their quarterback, Daniel Jones, went out. I believe Riley Leonard is dealing with an injury. And all they have is Brett Rippon. Now they have Phillip Rivers on the practice squad. He has player prop lines on betting apps, on betting sites. And he's still in the practice squad. He's yet to be elevated, but I expect he probably will be elevated today, later today, or tomorrow to start. Hopefully, because that's the biggest story in the NFL, the most entertaining story in the NFL. I do not care if it's a two touchdown spread. They're facing the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle with the best defense in the league. I don't care. I want to see Phillip Rivers at 44 years old try to play football. I want to see him try and lead a possible playoff team into contention or into a playoff spot. Look, I mean, you listen to Ryan Clark, you listen to Stephen A. Smith on First Take, all these guys, they have the same old, it's incompetent, this is not right, I'm worried about his well-being. Okay, you gotta be worried about his well-being, but I'm pretty sure if he was not well, or if this wasn't, he was like he had a missing hip or something, or a cracked hip, pretty sure he wouldn't get cleared to practice, and he wouldn't play or decide to play himself. But when it comes to Ryan Clark saying it's incompetent, there's other people waiting in line. Who do you think Brett Rippon, Ryan Clark probably doesn't even know who that is, Brett Rippon, or however you pronounce his name, is going to give you a better chance at winning than Phillip Rivers? I mean, Phillip Rivers at least knows the offense probably more than Brett Rippon. He's familiar with Shane Steichen. He was there with the Chargers, they were with the Colts. They were with the Chargers, and now they're both end up on the Colts. He knows the offense. He's familiar. He's a pro. He's a veteran. He's a Hall of Famer. He knows what he's doing. I mean, can we stop complaining? I mean, just have some fun out here. This is some fun. This is the most entertaining game in the 4 o'clock window. Full of the last weeks in the 4 o'clock window has been shit. It's been absolute garbage, and now we finally got something to look forward to. A little storyline. A little just tune in. You know, a couple weeks ago we had the Shador. Want to see how Shador does. He leads them to a victory. Now we want to see how Phillip Rivers do on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. At 44 years old, can he lead a team to victory, or can he just look, or how does he look? It's interesting just to see how Phillip Rivers looks against a great defense coming off of his couch, coming off of the sideline of his son's high school. That's what we're interested in. And all these guys complaining, all they do is fucking complain and spew out hot takes. Well, guess what? No one cares. We care about Phillip Rivers. We want to see Phillip Rivers try and complete a 30-yard pass in the NFL at 44 years old. It's interesting. It's interesting. We want him to succeed. We want to have that feel-good story of some quarterback just running off the couch. And if you're complaining because it's taken away from someone else's opportunity, to be honest, there's no one there that deserves the opportunity. Like Riley Leonard, he's dealing with injury. Anthony Richardson, he's on the IR. He already had his opportunity, if anything. We saw how that looks. They don't trust him. Daniel Jones, of course, that's unfortunate. He goes down. Achilles. Who's there? You're going to sign someone off the practice squad that deserves the opportunity? Sign someone else off the couch that deserves an opportunity? No, give Phillip Rivers a shot. Who cares? Who cares? Let's see if he can win another Super Bowl. Just very, very interesting. I'm actually very excited. It's the biggest story in the NFL. And there's actually there's a couple good 4 o'clock games this week, actually. We got a full slate of 4 o'clock games. There's only been 3 for the last 3-4 weeks. We got the Packers and the Broncos, the Lions and the Rams, the Panthers, the Saints, the Titans, the Niners, the Colts, and the Seahawks. Great 4 o'clock slate. That means the 1 o'clock's ass. 1 o'clock's actually really good. Ravens, Bengals, Bears, Browns, Chiefs, Chargers, Bills, Patriots, Giants, Commanders. That's a shit bowl. Eagles bounce back win against the Raiders. Jets, Jags. You got a full slate of games. What's the 8 o'clock game? Vikings, Cowboys. Interesting. Well, guess what? Yeah, I read all those games off. You know who's still the biggest story in the NFL? And it's going to be the biggest story in the NFL if he gets to start. He gets the nod this week on Sunday. That boy, Phillip Rivers. Stop fucking complaining. Phillip Rivers is going to win against the Seahawks. He's going to lead them to the AFC Championship. And he's going to win, or nope. He's going to lose to the Dolphins in the AFC Championship. That's how this season's going to play out. There's my steaming hot take right there. Fuck all them motherfuckers that complain about Phillip Rivers.